Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
How you kids doing? assholeconsulting.com. Alright, let's get to it. This is an interesting question. I had to sit and think about it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Hey Aaron, with the way the left has indoctrinated the people into thinking everything is about skin color, and the fact that you sheep keep falling for it, I can't help but to think our society would be much better off if we're all born the same skin color. Issues such as immigration, gun control, crime, poverty, economics, and many others often turn into a debate about skin color when the real issues usually don't get addressed. In what ways do you think our society would be better off if we're all born the same skin color? Do you think that scumbags, parasites, and criminals would be handled more effectively if we were all the same skin color? There was no skin color politics to be played. Your thoughts? Oh, is that all? Alright, well, the answer is 42. I had to think about it, and it would be both worse and better off. Or not worse off. It would not have improved, but in some instances and situations I could see things being improved. The reason I don't see things being improved if there wasn't skin color is because if you look at human history, for the most part, we'll find something to hate each other about. I mean, if you just look at Europe, all that is a bunch of white people kicking the living shit out of each other and getting really good at it, too. I mean, the World War was not Hispanics versus Asians or anything like that. It was predominantly not in the Pacific Theater. It was basically a bunch of white people developing really horrific weapons and killing the ever-living crap out of one another. There was also the Japanese theater where they were invading pretty much every other Asian country out there. But if you go back far enough, even from Rome to World War II, it's just, you know, you'll fight over ideology. The Vikings were like, hey, look at these easy dopes down here in the mainland. Let's go get that. We'll find a reason to hate people with brown eyes versus blue eyes. Or, you know, we'll just want your shit. That's really what I see. And then you also look at the Rwanda genocide. People will find reasons to kill each other of the same color. The reason I say it would be better in certain instances is two. One, we would not have this insanity where you have this thought police, borderline Nazism, where you better start valuing people's skin color or their gender or this or that because of a trait, because it's a mere trait. Forget the content of the character, forget their list of accomplishments, forget what the gray matter in their skull has done or thought or achieved. No, we are automatically starting to confer value on traits you were born with and not things you've actually done in your life. And it's for political reasons. But without that, if we all had one race, that would go away. And that would really make a lot of people's mental lives in their political life, to what level they participate in politics, it would make them happier, I think. There'd be one less thing to worry about. But that's not the case necessarily throughout history. This is just such a weird, fucked up thing where this push for diversity in every facet, not just skin color and gender, but they're also going, ableism and mental health and I mean any variable and trait. Now the reason they're doing it's very simple. They want to create, people want to become victims so they can get other people's money and say, oh my God, we're oppressed because of X, Y, and Z. And then Democrats come and say, okay, good, we'll take the money from those bastards that aren't like you because you're oppressed and here you go. So I know what's going on, but it would improve the United States and the West in general in that thing. If we got rid of this, you can't even call it diversity because that's such a euphemism. This mental illness, this political insanity, that would improve our current law today. Historically speaking, not so much. Because once again, this is just so weird what they're doing. There would, however, and historically going back in the past. There would, however, be one thing better, and that is there have been instances where if you're thinking like skin color, but let's also think about races and how, I don't want to say granular, but how many, you know, you can't just say Asians. There's Southeast Asians, there's East Asians, there's Mongolians, there's and they East Indians. They're different races, but all generally considered on the Asian race. But in the past, what they've done is they've used, oh, those rat bastards over there, they're the cause of all your problems. Perfect example are the Jews. Even to this day, unless you look particularly Jewish, I can't tell. Because it's a belief, plus I think American Jews have mixed with the population, and I think we all look white now. But in the past, there has been no shortage of instances where, hey, it's those damn Jews. Hey, it's Whitey. Hey, it's the blacks. Hey, it's the Chinese. Hey, it's the Japanese. Or it's the Tutsis. Who's the one that killed the Rwandans? It's not the East Angolians. It's the West Angolians. Those rat bastards. It's not Green Bay. It's the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you can. We will constantly, I think, find race or traits and various variables within larger races to say, hey, that's another race we would still have this problem. But in cases of a very homogenized society, and I'm only thinking like Japan and the likes of Sweden, there is a stability. I wouldn't even say necessarily economic growth, because Japan has its own economic issues and certainly some debt issues. But Sweden, Japan, you have a stability, a cultural stability that allows for higher trust. So you know it's very safe to walk in downtown Tokyo. Women are not raped, or well, I guess they are groped on the thing. But you are safer walking in downtown Tokyo than you are downtown Rio de Janeiro. Sweden is also very safe for now. But with this high trust, you know, it's nice. I remember, where was I? Oh yeah, I was down in Henderson. I was like, do I need to lock the door? Because the neighborhood it's pretty safe. It's not spectacular. It's no Anthem. Anthem, look that up. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to lock it anyway. But it was nice where it's like, yeah, it'd be cool. I don't have to worry about my car getting stolen. Compared to, like, say, South Africa, where you have to have armored vehicles and you need guards. Although there's obviously more than one race there. There's something to be said where you have a very homogeneous, very equal society with very little racial composition. I'm sure there is a difference between North Japanese who are from the northern islands versus those from the south. I'm sure that, you know, some are a little bit more tan, but it's homogeneous enough that for whatever reason you'll start to trust one another. And maybe we'd have to go and pull other examples and anecdotes and stories, but those are the two that come to mind. Your Scandinavian countries and Japan. Korea, South Korea, you could say the same. Not North Korea. They're a little. Those two would war with one another. But South Korea, kind of the same thing. There's Koreans on that peninsula. You know, Seoul is very safe. It's very stable, and so that, you know, lower crime and stuff like that. But I'm of the opinion. Look what happened in Japan. They got warred up, got into Shintoism, and then they just, you know, well, they didn't just start declaring war, but they decided to invade all of Asia and decided to take over China. You know, the rape of Shanghai, no, Nanjing. What was the town that killed 300,000 people? So yeah, I wish I had. I know here in the United States, it'd just be nice not to hear constant complaints about, oh, this race this or that gender that. I just don't care. That would be nice for that evil, vile, mentally ill, political insanity to go away. But I don't think if we were all the same skin color, based on the history of humans, that we wouldn't find something else to be different about and then hate the blue-eyed northern Japanese island people versus the tan southern island Japanese people. I think humans will find a way to fight one another, no matter what we do. So, Alright, that's it. Questions, answers, you can find that by going down to the links below, specifically assholeconsulting.com. Check out all my other links and books and things and all that other stuff. We'll see you guys later. Tools.